Disclaimer: the following video contains sensitive topics including sexual harassment, suicidal topics, pedophilia, bullying, cheating, and emotional manipulation. If you or a loved one aren't comfortable with these topics, then please don't watch the video. Otherwise, just listen. With that out of the way, we can finally get to the topics of today's video. Also, just letting you guys know that if I do use people's real names, that's mostly because, they're in their fucking username. So, yeah. But if, I know someone's real name and they don't have it in their username, I'm not going to be doxing them. This one is a bit personal to me because, she's actually my ex. Yeah. Now, again, this isn't scripted, so, you're going to be hearing me doing a lot of is and as, but, But yeah. Alice is actually my second ex, but the first one, she wasn't really a bad person per se, it's just, she's not even in this topic video. But yeah. I met Alice, right? We hit it off during October of last year. And, she seemed pretty nice. I'll admit, though, I didn't really care for the relationship that much, mainly because, she kept trying to push it to more sexual activities. And, yeah. And it just wasn't really that comfortable. And then, one of my other friends, finally returns after being away for like a while. Right? Turns out Alice was his girlfriend at the time. Right? However, since she had a history of, cheating on him, he wasn't really mad at me. More or less just, disappointed in her for, all that. And the thing is, right, she didn't even seem, like, be mad or sad that she was caught. She was like, I'm sorry. Like how I'm sounding right now. It's just, I don't know. This is the quickest one I can talk about, too. But, yeah. And sorry again for the black screen, everybody. It's just gonna be a quick video. Well, not really quick, but you know what I mean. Oh boy. You talk about him. O'Malley is not his real name. It never was, and never will be. But let's talk about this son of a bitch real quick. You see, the VR chat ripoff, Rec Room? That's mostly the game I played, right? And this is where I met O'Malley, right? Now, he was chill for someone being 20 years old. Yeah, he's not a pedophile by any means. I don't believe that. No. He's just a straight-up asshole. Like, you show him something you created, right? And he'll either insult you, right, and say it's a joke, or call it gay. There's no in between. And if there is, it's somehow even worse. Yeah. Look. All I gotta say is, this motherfucker's petty as fuck. His OC isn't even that creative, right? Not only is it just Green Shadow, but insanely overpowered. And he tries to, trademark his form names. You can't trademark Overcharged. You can't trademark it. Yeah. He also just uses AI for everything. Yeah. Like, he straight up admits it too, right? His profile picture on Rec Room is AI. His OC was made using generative AI. His story was made using generative AI. Just ChatGPT too, not even any of the good shit. Mind you, there's nothing good about it, but, could have used something more convincing. Could have at least lied about it. Right? It's just so fucking awful to look at him. Right? So, he always says the same shit, right? And he always crashes my goddamn game every time I try to join one of my friends. Mind you, I'm not even there for him. I'm just trying to, hang out with my friends. I don't care about O'Malley being in the server. Like, the only reason why I leave it now is because whenever I see his name, I think, oh, great, he's gonna crash my entire system. And yeah, fuck you. And, fuck the next person who's gonna come over here for our next section. Alright, this one is a really fucked up topic, because it's not even about me this time. It's about my good old friend, Nat. If you don't know them, my friend Nat, right? She also has a YouTube channel. She's appeared on the channel Sonic XN77 a couple times. You should really check her out. But yeah, this one is actually personal to her, right? However, she's given me permission to, talk about this fucked up, malnourished piece of shit. Sorry about that, folks. He's just a fucking asshole. So Deadpool VA, right? There's a bunch of people named Deadpool VA on Rec Room and shit, right? However, we're not gonna be talking about those guys. We're talking about this specific one. So, where do we begin? Well, he hates trans people. Yeah. He threatens to kill himself multiple times, even shows himself on camera about to cut himself, but he never does, right? It's gotten to the point where we just want him to do it, right? Mind you, suicide's not a fun topic, right? But he uses it, right, as an attention-seeking way to get more attention on him. And I just hate it. I hate him. I hate him so much. I want him dead. But yeah. He's very uncomfortable to be around, He's a whiny bitch. A whiny bitch. Like, oh, it's my fault that everything's going down. Yes, it actually is this time. Fuck you. Yeah. And, there's a lot more stuff that I could go into detail about, but at this point, there's more information from my other friends, including Sonic XN77 and Nat. But, if you want them to, tell you about this stuff, then that's their choice, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm the outlet for, most of this shit. Also, he did flash somebody, right? While on camera. In a Discord call, right? Not me. This is just from word of mouth, but this person he flashed is also gonna be our final topic for today. Yay! Now, originally, I was gonna start off with, Nate being first on the list, but I decided no. You know what? I want to get all the other topics out of the way before I get to this son of a bitch, right? Mind you, his parents aren't even the problem, right? They just don't know about this stuff. But if they did, they would have disowned him by now. But yeah. So let's talk about ya boy Nate VA / Leo the Hyperion. Nate is his real name. It's in his username. Seriously, what is with people putting their real names in their fucking usernames? I don't understand that. Yeah, like, you don't see me putting Logan Snap as my fucking username. And yes, that is my name. Name reveal, everybody. Want a face reveal? Too fucking bad. But yeah, what has Nate done? Well, throughout the few years that I've known him, right? Let's see. Pedophilia, transphobia, cheating on his girlfriend with a straight up dude. Yeah, let's explain this stuff, right? So, the transphobia stuff, right? I don't even know when the fuck that started. But, yeah. But I can't explain the other stuff. So let's see. He had a girlfriend, right? He was mostly an eat-ater, right? So, But yeah. Now, he probably wasn't happy with the relationship. I wouldn't be happy with the relationship with Leo the Hyperion either. Yeah. Anyway, so he cheats on her with a straight up dude, right? Who probably wasn't even into the relationship in the first place. And yeah, that's a whole thing. And that leads up to the other allegations, which I highly doubt aren't true. Right? I'm pretty sure most of these have been proven true by his own words. So Nate was like 14 years old, right? About the time these allegations hit. Well, there's a 9-year-old, right, named Rosie. Now, you see, since the topic is pedophilia, yeah. So, he tried to date Rosie multiple times, to the point where she took a 2-year break off of Rec Room. And, yeah. And also, Nate wants to say that, he's not a pedophile because he was 14 at the time. Let's talk about age gaps real quick. Let's say you're the presumed age of 18, right? 1 year age gap, right? 18 to 17. It's not that bad. 2-year age gap, 18 to 16. Okay, it's a little weird, but not too bad. 3 is when, you start realizing that this person may not, be into the person, but rather their age. Anything below 3, aka 4, 5, 6, any other age gaps, right? You just start wondering, why the fuck are you into kids? Why are you into kids? Why are you into kids? Like, I don't understand it, right? He also called one of my trans friends Tubby. It's a stupid ass name to give somebody. But also, it just, it was meant as an insult, so I'm kind of just, taking that personally. Because even though it wasn't directed at me, it's directed at one of my friends. And I'm still really salty about that. He also plays Rec Room a lot, right? He still does, despite the fact he said he's not playing it anymore. You don't get to level 60 if you're, not on the game, Nate. / Leo the Hyperion. Yeah. He obsessed over another bitch. I forgot what her name was. I don't think she's a bitch. No. Just saying words. But yeah. He was obsessing over her, right? To the point where he made his OC kiss hers, right? And put it in the loading screen of his game for everyone to see. Yeah. So, like, what the fuck was that? Also, if you hear any noise from this point on, it's probably because I have my fan on. Yeah. But, Nate is a fucked up individual, right? Mind you, the classic Sonic voice, like the OVA voice? Yeah, he always did that, and every time I do it, it sounds like him. Oh yeah, we're pedophiles, yep. I just, why? Why, of all things, do you have to ruin classic Sonic for me? Why? Just fucking why? Oh, and since he's transphobic like Deadpool, he also uses AI like O'Malley. He wrote his story for it, his OC for it, right? His OC is just a lazy piece of shit, right? Just Sonic with a longer tail and Future Gohan's hairstyle. I think we all know how Future Gohan looks like. He had that shit on, but Nate doesn't. He wanted to call me jealous of his OC, right? For calling him out on it. Motherfucker, what's there to be jealous of? You being lazy? I swear to God. Now, there's a lot more Nate stuff I could talk about in this video, but I think that's where I'm going to end this fucking video. We're already reaching 15 minutes. So Might as well end it off with a quote from Nate, right? Anyway, thank you for all your support, guys. Thank you for, being with me all this time. And, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. I still have one more person to talk about. For context, right? Since this isn't scripted, right? I almost ended the fucking video on Nate, right? But no. I want to get to something a lot more personal, right? This fucking piece of shit. Fallen Thorn VA, known as Brian VA sometimes. His real name is Brian. Why would you put your real name as a fucking username? I don't understand it. Like, yeah. So, for context, right? He wasn't always a bad person, right? He was like one of my best friends, right? And yeah. But he's fucking annoying. If you play Roblox with him, right, he'll force you to play the same fucking games over and over again, right? And he just, I don't know, he just lies about a bunch of stuff. And I have a friend named Kit, right? She's a really good friend. It was one of Brian's friends too, right? Brian kept saying, that she's a bad voice actress, which is a fucking lie compared to him. Like, if you heard this motherfucker's voice, trying to voice act anything, he's awful at it. Now admit, I'm bad at voice acting too, but at least I admit it. And don't just try to blame other people, right? For my shortcomings. Mind you, I am a bad person. I'll admit that. I'm not that good of a person. I'm pretty sure some of my old friends would, agree with you. And yeah, I'm. But the topic isn't about me right now. But if everyone wants to make an exposed video about me, right? You can go fucking ahead. But yeah, Ryan VA. Not only did he steal my friend Kit's OCs, right? And ruin them completely. He also just likes stealing a bunch of shit in general, right? And claiming it's original. And I just don't understand him, right? How did he even get a girlfriend? How? How do you get a girlfriend with the assholery that is you? Right? And then, right, I decide, not to be friends with him anymore, right? He contacts me on Discord saying that he has befriended my ex. The same ex I told him cheated on me, right? The Alice. So I block him. Then he contacts me on SoundCloud, the only other thing he knows he can contact me on, saying that one of his friends is dating my ex. And he wants to say afterwards on Rec Room that he was trying to apologize at the same time. Motherfucker, you're just rubbing salt in the wound, right? And when things go tough in an argument, he just leaves, right? He doesn't defend himself, doesn't defend anyone else's actions, he just leaves. Just straight up leaves. Whether it's a Discord call or a session of Rec Room, he just leaves. Leaving is his strategy. I don't know what to say about him at this point, right? Because he wants to call me a bad friend, right? Mind you, I only call him an asshole because, he steals people's OCs, right? I'm sorry for saying right a lot. It's just, I don't know. I just can't fathom, right, why I'm the bad friend in this situation, and yet you're the one actively being a piece of shit. I don't know. It's fucking awful. Right? Though I did have two friends stand up for me, when they heard him talking shit about me. So hey, shout out to my friends Shockwave and Cherry. Yeah, you know who you are. And I love you for that. You two are cool. But yeah, and just now that we've ended it off here, I think it's time I just end the video now. before I think of anything else. Right? Those are your 5 people that were originally going to be 4. Thank you for watching and listening. It's not really much watching, you just have to listen. But yeah. And thank you for the support, everybody. And hey, get the world revolving to 2K, and 100 likes. And, I'll consider maybe, uploading Battle Against a True Hero, shell mix. Who knows? Mind you, the Underfell version does not count as a shell mix. That's kind of what... Why am I plugging things at the end of the video? No, you know what? We're going to end this video off with something nice, you guys are amazing, right? The fact that, you stuck with me throughout this fucking year has been amazing. There used to be 44 of you. It's just 43 now. I can only guess who unsubscribed. But, yeah. I just really enjoy everybody, supporting me, And, yeah. And when we reach 50K, we'll be doing a live stream. I don't know what I'll be live streaming, though, considering I don't have a PC, and, I don't want to exactly point my camera out to my TV, because, it's gonna just, I don't know. Could probably have a live Q&A, right? But yeah, anyway. Thank you guys for being here. Listening to me yap. And yeah. Take care of yourselves. I know I'll try. Okay? Good night. And I love you all.